Dan Eisen here, very nice, very evil, very famous. Front Row Negative is a podcast. Dan Eisen does not know what it is about, but he's told to promote it, so, I don't know, listen to it or something. Perhaps it'll be pretty good, according to these people. So, do this, listen to the podcast. That's what Dan Eisen is told. Tell Dan Eisen what the details of the podcast are. Then he can further describe it better. Oh my, but the collectibles, it's probably toys, it's probably comics, it's probably other collectible things. Who knows? Think about it, there's collectibles everywhere. Dan Eisen, see you later.
But where did you guys get your name? Front Row Negative. That's
good question.
Is this something that's been announced to people? Do they know? Do your listeners, your 14 valuable listeners,
well, half of them were there when it was created.
Damn it.
Well, I will say we've never explained the title or the name on the show. We've never explained it on the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, another exclusive for you.
I was waiting for a guest to finally ask where the name came from.
Wow, now we're going to get interviewed.
Yeah.
All right, so Front Row Negative. I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you, Alexander, what it was is that we we would watch wrestling together at Aaron's house, and if you say you checked out around the end of the Attitude Era into the Ruthless Aggression era, basically with wrestling.
Yeah. I was Raw as War kind of guy.
So 99. So probably 99 was his final year.
Yeah, 99, 2000 is roughly when I was kind of getting out of it.
Okay. Fast forward to about 8 years ago, 10. I don't even know.
No. 2014.
2014.
2014, 2015.
Okay. We've been watching pay-per-views at Aaron's house. It's just what we were doing. And he has a big screen TV, and I kept noticing this dude in the front row. And I was because he's on hard cam. And so I said, "Hey man, pause that." And he paused it. I said, "Who is this guy?" He looks like Peter Steele from Typo Negative. And he's always sitting at the front row with his
mom.
It comes to find out it was his mother, but we had our suspicions. It could have been his familiar. Could have been his lover.
We had our backstories that we all invented.
I'm sending you pictures to send.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all have backstories.
The internet's so much fun.
Oh man, yeah, and it was just like we were the first. I like to think we were the first ones to notice him, and so we're like, we're going to call this group Front Row Negative instead of Typo Negative because he's our white horse or whatever. So like, see that guy right there, right?
Nice.
Am I kidding or am I not? That's
no,
Peter
I
Steele,
get it right there.
So it just became a thing.
I just sent you images of the guy.
I've got him right now. Look at that. Oh my God.
And then the internet exploded and was like, everyone was asking, who the hell is this guy? Who is this dude? Like, what? There's so many questions and no answers.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you know how much a ringside seat is at a WWE pay-per-view. It's not cheap. And so, like, to be at all of them, what are you doing?
Including Mania.
See, that always makes me think of the guy who's at every World Series game and he always wears the Miami whatever jersey. Doesn't matter who's playing in the World Series. He's front row behind home plate wearing his Miami jersey. And now this guy is my new front row guy.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Well, it was a group of them. It was a group of them.
He hasn't done it since 2020, though.
Yeah. So it was this guy. There was a guy with a bright green smiley face T-shirt.
Oh God!
And there was a guy who wore a squared circle burger joint T-shirt, and they'd all sit in a row with all next to each other at every pay-per-view, hard camera side for years.
Yeah.
So, he became a joke to us. We're like, oh hey, there's Front Row Negative there. Hey, Front Row Negative sitting right there. He's right there. If we couldn't meet up to watch the pay-per-view, we're like, hey, FRN's. He's sitting onto the left side. He's sitting on the right side of the screen. We would send status updates of where he's at. So, Survivor Series gets planned for Houston. We've all got tickets, and I'm like, I'm going to make us shirts. I'm going to design and make us shirts of this guy that we can wear all weekend long in case we meet him. It happened. So, First night
He
was
didn't know that he was known as front row negative.
No, he didn't know.
Okay.
He didn't know.
Okay.
So I'm wearing my shirt the first night because they did 4 nights in a row for Survivor Series. Yeah, it's Friday Night SmackDown, NXT Saturday, Survivor Series Sunday, and then Raw on Monday.
I ran the gauntlet.
And yeah, Chris ran the gauntlet. I only did Survivor Series and NXT. NXT night, I'm wearing my shirt. My wife is wearing her shirt. And I think one other person's wearing their shirt, with all of us trying to meet him. We get there, we see him, and
we weren't wearing our shirts because we just met Finn Balor.
Yeah, they weren't wearing their shirts yet because they didn't like the podcast. So we see the guy, we see the guy down below on the floor. We see him, like, okay, we've got to meet him, but he's on the other side of the screen. We're not going to be able to meet him. We're not going to be able to see him. And I was like, crap, this isn't going to happen. So show ends. I'm talking to friends that I know in Houston as, people are walking out, and I'm in the bar area of the Toyota Center. I look up because I'm talking to another friend. I look up and I see him walk by. And I'm like, dude, sorry, I got to go. And I take off running toward him. And I catch him. I said, dude, I was like, dude, can I get a picture? And he's like, okay, sure. And I was like, dude, I got you on my shirt. You're like a mystery that people want to know about. And he looks at my shirt. He goes, that's supposed to be me? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's you. And one of his friends is like, dude, we got to go. And he's like, okay, hi, my name's Simon. I'm like, cool. And then he walks out. Now,
this didn't blossom a friendship.
Now, that's my part. As soon as he walks out the door, there's another part. So, Chris, why don't you pick up where that left off?
Yeah. So the wife and I we were outside of the bar area trying to meet up with Aaron. We didn't know he had just met him, and so we're just walking towards that area, and he comes walking past us.
No, you skipped some part.
I did?
Because remember, we were sitting, and I've sat front row before at Toyota Center, and I said, he's right there. He's going to come up this way.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I've had to do that before. I was like, if we go around this way, we'll catch him.
I married a stalker. So, yeah, she knew where to go.
Because I'm sat ringside.
Yeah, she knew where to go. So we walked around, and he comes strolling out, and for as long as we've been making these jokes, as long as we've been keeping tabs on this dude, because I guess we're all stalkers at this point, I was a little starstruck for no reason. I was just like, oh!
We were like, oh my God.
Yeah, and so he came out, and I was like, dude, can I get a picture? So we took pictures and everything, and I didn't know what to do with myself, so I just fell on the floor and laid on the floor of the Toyota Center.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to, I was like, I finally met him. I was like, I don't know what else to do with my life.
It's like a celebrity.
Do you see him? Oh, I see him too. I see him. Hold on. Keep an eye on him. I can't see him.
Why would you pick me?
I can't find him. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Dude, did you talk to my friend Aaron? Did you talk to my friend Aaron? I don't know. The guy who had the shirt on? The shirt and me? Yes, dude. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm Chris, by the way. I hate to... Please can I have a picture with you? Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sure it's not your first time dealing with people like that, right?
And so, it gets better. So, as he's walking out, my wife is coming back from the bathroom.
Oh,
and she
man.
meets him outside, and he goes, "Oh, I saw a guy with that shirt." She goes, "Yeah, my husband did it." "Oh, that was your husband. I met your husband." So within the same night,
Unbelievable.
all of us met. Half of our group met him, and our group was called Front Row Negative. That was just the name of the group. Was just Front Row Negative. But half the group met him that night, which was hilarious.
It was awesome.
Unbelievable, man.
And so with that, we thought the name was really cool, and it wasn't until I think maybe 2018, like right before Infinity War came out. I thought I was like, hey, maybe we should start doing something with the name. Like, what's something that we could do with the name? Bacon had a project that she was working on with that school that she needed to do a podcast, and me and Chris, we recorded I think 3 really bad episodes of a test podcast for Bacon's
I got good grades though.
for Bacon's school project, and we quit for a while. We stopped. We quit. But since then, I've been guest spots on all these other podcasts, like for Nerd Foo, through BAM and a few other ones. I'm like, I'm getting that itch back to do this again.